Colleagues, I would have been greatly honored to come and meet you all personally. However, I have been constrained by the forthcoming session of the Legislative Assembly in my state. Today, we have gathered with our shared commitment to climate leadership. I would like to thank the climate group for their efforts to connect governments and business across the world to effectively tackle climate change. Climate change calls for innovation, cooperation, and the willpower to make the change the world needs. In Gujarat, we are determined to have an economy and society that has low carbon emissions and prosperous and healthy future. I take this opportunity to share with you some of the initiatives and innovations we have undertaken in the last 8 years in Gujarat, a state with an area of 200 square kilometers and 55 million inhabitants in Gujarat. Our policies are transforming urban and rural living to reduce emissions and to prepare for the climate change. Gujarat has nearly tripled its renewable energy generation, making it the largest producer of renewable power in India. We have reduced wasteful electricity use with the Jyotigram scheme and intelligent power rationing system. We are developing model international green cities using renewable energy and energy efficient buildings. In Gujarat, we'll have a new course of development that carefully uses the earth resources, reduces harmful emissions, and provides a high quality of living for our people. Government must be proactive and address climate change across all areas. Gujarat established a special department for climate change. This is the first such initiative in Asia. The department will prepare a comprehensive policy, coordinate with all departments, and will promote green technology. Preparing for climate change will include a study of predicted changes along Gujarat's 1600-kilometer coastline when sea level rise. Large-scale infrastructure changes have transformed the economy and environment to green Gujarat. And I am happy to inform you that only yesterday the central government gave Gujarat an award of a green state. Gujarat is the only state in India with a gas grid using India's natural gas to replace coal use and reduce pollution. Gujarat has committed to reach gas to hundreds of thousands of households and industries to lower carbon emissions. Already industries, transport vehicles and households are using gas, giving much less pollution in our cities. It has been estimated that Gujarat's gas grid has reduced 17 million tons of carbon emissions. While groundwater levels are falling in other states, in Gujarat, the levels are increasing. Data from the Central Groundwater Board shows Gujarat has increased groundwater levels over the last 8 years. Over 400,000 water harvesting structures have been constructed, check dams, Boriban and Khet Talawdi. Climate change requires change on a mass scale. The government has increased micro irrigation by offering a subsidy and a loan as well as fast track application system. Jyotigram scheme has regulated groundwater use by controlling power supply for agriculture areas. We have successfully controlled the wasteful use of agricultural electricity in Gujarat. International studies have shown that water management reform have led to huge increase in output of crops and milk Gujarat while taking care of the environment. Bus rapid transportation system is now operational in Ahmedabad. A city of over 4.5 million people, the impact of BRTS has been estimated at a reduction of 37,000 tons of carbon emissions. We are planning to build BRTS in other large cities next for 7 greater benefits. Gujarat is already committed to using green energy for the future. We have created the most attractive policies for solar, wind and biomass energy production. Gujarat is an ideal place for solar power generation because of large open space for solar panels and high intensity solar radiation. Gujarat government has already approved 34 solar power projects that will produce 716 megawatts of electricity and a reduction of 1.25 million tons of carbon emissions. Recently, the Clinton Climate Initiative announced setting up the world's largest solar power plant in Gujarat, giving an additional capacity of 3,000 megawatts. Our plans are to make Gujarat an international solar hub for manufacturing solar power equipment, research and development, and for generating solar energy. Gujarat has the longest coastline in India, over 1600 kilometers, where wind speeds are good for harnessing wind energy. Private wind power plants have been set up along the coast, and Gujarat's total wind power capacity is now over 1,600 megawatts. Gujarat plans to add more than 4,000 megawatts of wind power capacity by 2012. In Gujarat, we have an outcome-focused approach to reforms. The United Nations Clean Development Mechanism is encouraging carbon emission reduction. Gujarat has over 100 CDM projects registered with the highest amount of carbon dioxide reduction in India, of 22 million tons of carbon dioxide. Gujarat is transforming polluting cities to green cities. In 2003, Ahmedabad was named as the most polluted city in India. In 2009, Ahmedabad topped the list of United Nations green cities. We must transform how cities prepare for climate change. Surat city in Gujarat has been selected by the Rockefeller Foundation for the Asian Cities Climate Change Resilience Network project to prepare an action plan to withstand the recover from impact of climate change. This will be an international model for other cities to make climate change action plan. Capacity development of the administration is crucial to address climate change. In Gujarat, we have collaboration with the energy and resource institutions under supervision of Dr. R.K. Pachori, the chairman of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. This working together has resulted in climate change orientation programs for senior ministers and officers of governments of Gujarat. Training was given to integrate climate change adoption and mitigation at all levels of planning and implementation. Gujarat University now has a management education center on climate change. The center will give qualified and motivated persons to contribute to future policy and management to address climate change. All of these initiatives of the Gujarat model will serve as an example to decision makers across all political spectra. We welcome assistance and cooperation from all organizations, business, government, research and intergovernmental. Through cooperative, we can share our best technology and solutions. I also give my warm welcome and invite you all to Gujarat experience our initiatives and innovations. I give my thanks again to the organizers and participants of this gathering. I look forward to future cooperation from all sides to solve the crisis of climate change for a global benefit. And I assure you, whatever decision, whatever suggestions will come from your side, my state will be very, very eager to implement. We are very, very eager to contribute in this climate change movement. Thank you very much.